I think right now, especially ever since filters came out and presets, a lot of content is starting to look the same, and people are actually more drawn to people that are authentic and that have a voice. And so I'd say, you know, be yourself, but actually put all of yourself out there, not just the highlights reel.
Welcome back to Get It Girl, queens, jefas, and goddesses. Today we are joined by traveler and entrepreneur Stephanie B, who just launched Buena, her technology startup. Stephanie, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So happy to have you.
So tell us about Buena and how did you decide to start this?
So Buena is a lifestyle app. We're a recommendation platform, but what's really interesting is we take all of those social media posts and all of those beautiful photos and the ugly photos, and we automatically convert them into a recommendation list, match them with useful information, so now you can actually go do the things you find and see.
Brilliant.
Thanks. Yeah, so the average person right now that signs up on Buena has between 200 and 700 recommendations. We organize everything for you, so everything's all ready to go. And yeah, it's. I'm really happy you can find hikes and brunch spots, and if you're going to travel the way I like to, concerts, you can get that information from friends.
I mean, speaking of social media, it's like a lot of times before you travel, you go, you look at the hotels on Instagram, you see wherever the best pictures are. So I think that this is like a brilliant idea. Were you a travel blogger prior to creating Buena?
Yeah, so I was a full-time professional traveler. I traveled full-time for years at a time, and I was one of the first travel influencers before there was a lot of them.
That is so crazy.
And I love to travel. Travel makes me happy. You know, culture is important to me, and I just was like, okay, I almost feel like responsible for, like, we're trying to take perfect photos and post and post and post and post. And it's like, I think it's good if you want to have like your perfect photo, but what about like all the other things around it? And what's the actual information instead of just a travel video that looks like a music video now?
Exactly.
Right? Like,
Right.
How many countries have you been, and do you have a favorite?
Oh, wow. I've been to, I think, 43 countries. I'll do slow travel. Like, I've done Spain like 6 times. I really try to like experience places and not just check them off my list. I'd say probably like Croatia, Botswana, and Rio are my favorite.
Oh my God.
Rio.
Never been to none of those. I have to go. I feel bad now, like, girl, haven't traveled in my life. Listening to you, I mean.
Well, now you can use Buena.
I am on my phone.
I'm going to use it for sure. Now, what's a country that you haven't been to that you really want to visit?
I haven't been to... This is hard.
She's like, I've been everywhere.
No, I haven't been everywhere. I really want to go to... I really want to go to Antarctica. So actually, a lot of my travel blogger friends have done that, and I decided to work on a tech company instead. So if anybody wants to go to Antarctica, sign me up.
Okay. I mean, I think we should just all go.
We should.
Like a girls trip.
Girls trip.
Yes, casual.
And then we'll film it, and
It'll be fun.
then we shouldn't release it because there's gonna be like too much. I was thinking about it, and I was like, no, you'll know all my
for a girls trip. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, so do you have any advice for like other aspiring travel bloggers? Because I think honestly, you got the golden ticket. Like, to get paid to travel? Are you kidding me? And I think so many people on Instagram do aspire to do that.
I think for travel blogging, it's kind of like trying to make it in entertainment or trying to make it in tech, where you have to find what makes you different. I think right now, especially ever since filters came out and presets, a lot of content is starting to look the same, and people are actually more drawn to people that are authentic and that have a voice. And so I'd say, you know, be yourself, but actually put all of yourself out there, not just the highlights reel.
There's nothing wrong with a little Paris on my filter.
I do it too. I mean, I'm super guilty. My content's very curated. But yeah, I think if you speak up a little bit more, and I think Instagram stories kind of allows us to do that, and video content and TV, and show people that there's personality behind those photos.
Oh, of course. Yeah, because there's nothing more frustrating than like following a bunch of people and it just all looks the same, and then people just copy each other. It just, I don't know. It gets boring, for sure. I appreciate when someone can just be raw and be like, I have a pimple today and I'm in Greece, so you know. But whatever, we're still gonna take the picture.
I miss that, you know, the MySpace time, you know, when the picture was just like upload and no editing, no nothing, no filters, just real. That's it. That's what it is.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in which situations can I benefit from Buena? Like how do I?
Yeah, so if you are looking for date nights with a guy that isn't on his phone the whole day, no, I'm just kidding. If you're looking for date nights, if you're looking to plan a birthday, if you're looking to go on a hike, so anything local is like really experiencing our cities. Like you don't have to go to Croatia to have a good time. I think we take California for granted.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then it's super useful. If you are going to Croatia, you can start to plan that bucket list with someone that you know, and you get recommendations from your friends instead of complete strangers.
How about just one quick tip for like the do's and don'ts of traveling?
Do's and don'ts of traveling.
Especially in another country.
Don't be disrespectful. You know, I think it's like so easy to want to like let wild. Like Rome is not Vegas. Unless you're in Vegas, don't act like you're in Vegas. So
That's a perfect tip. Okay, guys, unfortunately we're running out of time, but make sure you all check out Buena. I will definitely be downloading it, especially for date night. Thank you so much for joining us, Stephanie.